Wonderful.
Hi everyone, I'm Max from the Max team and I am with Paradox, but we cannot have his camera because I have a technical issue. How are you, Paradox?
I am doing wonderful, Max. Thank you very much for having me on the show. And we've got some very, very high quality matches here this evening. We
Yeah,
have first, as I say, I'll let you give the introduction to our French player OrcMalade here, because I'm sure you know far more about him than I do.
yeah. Okay, so it's the fourth round of this Max Open Cup 7 with PocketTrain, the British player, versus OrcMalade, the player from the team Exalty. And PocketTrain is from is free agent right now. Okay, we're gonna check the lineups right now, starting with OrcMalade. OrcMalade for the no French, no francophone viewers. OrcMalade is sick orc in French. Okay, he's bringing mage, priest, rogue, and warrior. So we have a very bad news for the priest lovers as us, because Paradox and I are loving priest, and every priest will be banned tonight, and we cannot. Maybe we will stop the show right now. Okay, so see you right. No.
Yeah.
So it's a mage, a rogue, and a warrior. What can we say about that? It's a spell mage, okay, with one only flame strike, and oh, just one ring toss, okay, and a deck of lunacy. Okay, some players do not bring this card anymore. Okay,
Yeah,
nothing,
I
nothing
mean,
fancy.
for the most part, Deck of Lunacy is pretty standard at this point in the spell mage. The interesting thing for me is that Malad has cut the ring toss, as you so rightfully mentioned a few moments ago, for shooting star. So clearly, he's built his mace deck with a more like aggressive meta in mind, right? Because if you're on the shooting star, you want to clear the board, and obviously Flamestrike is very expensive, right? Like, if you don't have the Incanters flow, well, first of all, if you don't have the Incanters flow, you're probably not going to be doing well when you're playing Mage. And second of all, if you don't have it, this Flamestrike is going to cost 7 mana. By the time you're at turn 7, Flamestrike might not be that good. So, with the Primordial Studies giving you that extra potential spell damage, all of a sudden, a Shooting Star could very easily be just as powerful as a Combustion. So, I actually think it's a pretty good choice.
Yeah, yeah. It's a deck that we've seen a lot on the Max TV for this Max Open Cup 7, and it's working fine. Just a reminder to you have to know that it's a LHS format, BO5, and often this mage has been very powerful. Then we have this rogue. Which one is it? It's a miracle one. The previous week we had the weapon rogue, but now it's the miracle one. Okay, with Van Seven Cliff and so on. The finish with Alex Traza and his friend. Where is he? Tenwu of the Red Smoke. Is it something we have to
Yeah,
notice?
no, this is pretty standard to me. I'd say Miracle Rogue is probably the deck that has seen like the least innovation, right, out of the Living Caverns. It got 0 new cards added in, and this list I think has just been like the standard 30 cards you've seen for the past month and a half now. No, it looks fine to me. Yeah, nothing too interesting here. I'm a little bit surprised actually that he brought Miracle Rogue. A lot of players as of late are not really a big fan of Miracle Rogue, speaking for myself here as well, because it has a very mixed set of matchups, right? It's not that great against Priest, it's not that great against Rush Warrior. It's really it's all like I don't know, the Vicious Syndicate Day Reaper put it best. It's sort of like, it's Thanos' favorite deck, right? Because it's just a series of 50-50 matchups. So you have to be really confident when you're playing this deck. And I'm just looking at the stats here on the lineup. Apparently, OrcMalade is 2-1 currently right now with Miracle Rogue, so he clearly knows what he's doing. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with it against PocketTrain this evening.
Okay, and then the warrior that will be a rush one maybe. Yeah, with two crab riders and so on. Nothing really weird. We have this Alexstrasza to be brought by the Ringmaster Watley, and 210 Treasure, not in all the lists. Okay, and nothing more to say. I assume maybe two Wormhole challengers are now maybe one more than in every other list.
Yeah, Wormhole challenges. It's been a little bit on the way out as of late in a lot of these Rush Royal lists, though both OrcMalade and PocketTrain have brought 2 copies of Wormhole Challenger. The main difference between their 2 lists is that PocketTrain is running Mutinous the Devourer in his list, and OrcMalade is not. And I think Mutinous is very strong in this Rush Royal. I'm actually kind of surprised that OrcMalade did not take that in his list. Like, as you said earlier, this is last year's standing, so he probably does have like some idea of where he wants to take this warrior list, but that'll be an interesting like card what's the word? Like card absence from his list.
Okay. Okay, so we are gonna check the PocketTrain's lineup right now. Starting with a warrior, then a demon hunter, a hunter, and a priest, but no priest as you noticed before. Okay, is it the same rush warrior? Maybe.
Yeah, like,
we have one Mutinous the Devourer.
Yeah, and that's the main difference I was bringing up earlier between the 2 lists. I'm just taking a quick look to see. Yeah, so the only difference between the lists, is that PocketTrain is running only 1 Crab Rider compared to the 2 copies in OrcMalade's list. Now, obviously, being a practice partner of PocketTrain, I understand his thought process a little bit more. He likes combo decks quite a lot. Like, he loves OTK Demon Hunter. We see he's actually brought it. He was one of the original pioneers of Malagos Druid, like, half a year ago. I think it was, like, top 10 or even top 5 legend with that deck, like, back pre-rotation. So, if there's anyone I can trust with this, like, late-game style approach to Warrior and Demon Hunter, it would definitely be him. I like this list from PocketTrain quite a lot, to be honest, especially if he's expecting a more, like, a less aggressive meta, because that's usually where Crab Rider comes into play now that the Wind Fury on it is no longer permanent.
Okay, and the Max Open Cup 6 has been won by Orange, that have a very huge skill with this Demon, OTK Demon Hunter, and it's still a powerful deck. I'm not sure that the list has very new cards from back to the Max Open Cup 6. But in good hands, it's very unstoppable. Okay.
And its main weakness is like Priest. So when you ban Priest and you get to queue it into something like Rush Warrior or Miracle Rogue, it's got a lot of potential. If anything, we might see OrcMalade's Mage here actually being like a counter queue in this series. Like if PocketTrain wins a game with the Demon Hunter, then OrcMalade may go with the Mage to try to counter it, because a lot of OTK Demon Hunter's healing is based on hitting minions, right? Well, the Mage doesn't need to play minions. You can just throw 2 Mask of Foons and a bunch of Fireballs and just kill the Demon Hunter without playing minions. So that could be an interesting interaction. We'll see it later on. But as you were saying, let's go on to what appears to be Face Hunter.
Yeah, and it's one of the first time that we have Hunter on this cast on the Max TV for this Max Open Cup, and we have a very low curve with only 3 copies of 5 drops card, this Reno and Barak Kudbane, and it seems to be Very interesting. We have a copy of this legendary weapon, Rinling's Rifle. And we just want to be very aggressive from the start with this Intrepid Initiate, these Demon Companions, and so on, and 2 copies of True Aim Crescent. Okay, what do you think about this this list?
So in our practice group, we generally like Face Hunter quite a lot. The Turin Crescent is actually used with the Trampling Rhino, because what you can do is that with the Watersong Wrangler, you can make the Trampling Rhino A7-6. And then if your opponent has 2 minions on the board, what you can do is you can hit the Trampling Rhino into one of the minions, kill it, and then you can use the True Aim Crescent to then attack a different minion. The Rhino will then go first, hit into that minion, and then deal upwards of like 7 or 8 damage and clear the board at the same time, which, when you're a face hunter, that's what you want to do. You want to clear the board, you want to hit them in the face, you want to kill them as fast as possible. The interesting thing for me here is that PocketTrain is running the double imprisoned Felmore, which is something that in our group we were kind of up in the air about going into Masters Tour Dalaran, but he has brought it back into the list. I know him and Meaty definitely do like that inclusion. And again, I said it earlier, in a meta where it's not that focused on the board, it's a really good card.
Yeah, and what do you think about the Ace Hunter Kreen in the list?
It's all the same thing, right? Like, Ace Hunter Kreen with True Aim Crescent is also just another way of just being able to clear a massive minion and preserve your board. Or, if you have a wide board, you can drop the Ace Hunter down, get a whole bunch of trades, and then suddenly you're wildly ahead on the board. And again, without Priest, there's no like awkward scenario where like your Ace Hunter Green is the victim of a Soul Mirror, and then suddenly the Priest opponent just clears your board and then just has a massive board of their own. That's not going to happen. So you can definitely see how powerful Priest is when we keep bringing it up over and over again, just how good it is against all of these decks in the lineup.
Yeah. Okay, so we are gonna give the go to our players. Right now we have just a little second because I have a little issue here. Where they, yeah, okay. Okay, that's it, and that's it as well. This one, this one, and this one. Yes, we have PocketTrain at the bottom of your screen, so you can use the exclamation mark bottom to cheer him, and for OrcMalade it will be exclamation mark top command to cheer him. So where are they in my friend list? I hope that they did not fix the friend list because it's still blinking. Okay, it's data not working for now. Guess 2 years, and we love that. Okay, OrcMalade, and here it is. Okay, c'est bon because it's French. Vous pouvez y aller. Bonne chance. And then for PocketTrain, it's okay. You can start. Good luck. So we have PocketTrain at the bottom. Okay, so with both priest band, which class will you try to start with on PocketTrain side? Maybe, do you think?
It's an interesting debate, isn't it? So earlier I brought up the idea that OrcMalade may want to hold back the mage, right? In order to counter Demon Hunter. So I think with that in mind, from PocketTrain's perspective, if he thinks of that, it's either going to be the Rogue or the Warrior, right? In both of those scenarios, OTK Demon Hunter is a favorable matchup into them. So I think PocketTrain will lead with either Warrior or Demon Hunter. And I think OrcMalade will lead with either Warrior or Rogue. That is currently my best prediction as to what's going to happen. But obviously, these players could be thinking entirely differently from what I am. Of course, they have had 4 weeks now of being able to play in the last year standing meta. 4 more weeks than I do, and so I'm sure they have a lot more experience in this than I do. So it'll be interesting to see.
Okay, it's starting right now, and we'll see if you foresaw it. Well, we have the demon hunter from PocketTrain versus mage from OrcMalade.
Oh, very interesting. So sort of like the counter matchup right off the bat then. So it's kind of a problem for PocketTrain because, as I brought up earlier, Spellmage is really good against OTK Demon Hunter, unless of course PocketTrain can get some good stuff going early. I've just looked at his opening hand. He does have that Skull of Gul'dan on the left side of his hand, so he will 100% be able to outcast that on turn 6, and that is so huge. I cannot stress enough how important it is to be able to get that Skull of Gul'dan online on the 6th turn of the game.
Are you able to see the OrcMalade's end? Because I cannot.
I'm afraid
spectate
I do
him.
not have him on my friends list.
Do you want me to give you his battle tag?
Yes,
you may
please.
have it. Okay, I'm gonna give you right now. Just a second. Where is he? Yeah. Okay.
Sweet. Oh, turn 1 right
Okay.
now. Not a whole lot for PocketTrain to be doing. It's going to drop the 2-1 here nice and early. Like I said, he doesn't really want to put very many minions on the board. He kind of wants to reserve them, right, for spell damage later on. But
Okay,
he's just trying to put on pressure, it looks like, early.
I'm okay. I'm seeing. I'm still seeing OrcMalade to preparing to battle a friend. So I have to kit this wonderful game that Hearthstone is to get back to it, and then hope that every bug will be fixed. But I'm very
That's all
optimistic.
right. I can cover for you in the meantime. That is not a problem at all. So OrcMalade isn't doing much on turn 1. Huh. Yeah, he's ripping out his turn. That's not good.
Okay.
So it might be that
I'm
OrcMalade
back.
disconnected. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, so I'm seeing him preparing to battle a friend, but no more. I hope.
Well, PocketTrain is in the game. I can tell you that much because I'm literally seeing it on my screen. So this is a bit weird.
Yeah, I'm only saying. I only say PocketTrain play, and
Yeah.
not sure, but I don't know. And PocketTrain is asking me, is OrcMalade connected? I don't know. I cannot see him.
Oh, well, we do have a disconnect
play.
message coming up in the game, so I think the answer to that is no, he is not connected right now.
Yeah, but I have him on cam, so maybe it's.
So he is here, he's just not connected to Hearthstone. Okay, that's good to know.
Maybe it's an issue with the update, because the game has been updated about 2 years ago. 2 hours ago, not 2 years, because
Yeah, with the recent patch and the new card, yeah.
Okay.
It didn't take me that long for my update to process though.
Okay, I'm gonna add him on Discord if whether he can reconnect. Okay, so we love that, yes, you know. Oh, he's telling me something. Mon jeu a crash sur cet écran, c'est bizarre. Okay, he said his game crashed on a screen. So I'm gonna reply. As-tu fait la
I'm just waiting
mise
for
à
him to turn
jour?
back up then. Okay.
Okay. So.
I grow impatient.
Did he make the update But I guess so because you were reconnecting to Telegram resume. Okay. Just oui no, I have to speak to him in French. Relance le jeu. Ça semble être la meilleure solution. Okay, so I'm gonna inform PocketTrain.
Demons?
Yes, a message. Me as well. I asked him to restart the game. Okay, we see on the cam that is trying to fix it, and we love when it works like that. And it's not that rare that we have issues on the game. Sometimes we cannot spectate one or the other the players, but sometimes we have a player that cannot enter the game, and then we try to speak with you. And so, what about the movie theaters in England? Have they open?
Yes, actually. I was about to say, I don't know what the situation is like in much of Europe regarding lockdown, but for the most part, it's actually starting to wind down a lot in the UK. My parents actually are pretty frequent moviegoers, so a lot of the times on like Friday evenings, a lot of the time they just head out to the local movie centre that's about half an hour's drive away. And I think OrcMalade's back online. So yeah, no, as far as I can tell, because I don't really watch movies at the theatre that often. Yeah, they're back open pretty much as far as I can tell.
Oh, and a word for the do you say football or soccer? It's soccer maybe in England.
It's football for us.
Football. Okay.
Like the only place I remember that calls it soccer is the United States, but maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. And congrats for the match versus Germany. It was very, very nice.
Yeah, it was a big surprise to me because I don't follow football that much, but it doesn't matter if you don't follow it or not. When every single person in the UK sphere was like, "It's coming home! England beats Germany!" What? Even my chief operations officer was tweeting about it on Twitter, being like, "It's coming home with Have you watched Shaun of the Dead at all, by chance?
Sorry?
Have you seen the movie Shaun of the Dead at all?
Yeah. Very. I'm a very big fan of Simon Pegg.
Yeah. So he literally had like a GIF of Simon Pegg literally just like racing a big glass.
Yeah.
with like hashtag It's Coming Home on it. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, very good good movie.
Anyway, it looks like OrcMalade is back, so we should hopefully. Oh, I may have spoken too soon. I may have spoken too soon.
He was here, but now I cannot see him in the friend list. Yeah. So it's not that good.
That is not good. I'll tell you what though, Max. It is the best part of casting when you have to stall for time like this.
It's the best evenings for us. Good evening to the viewers that just jumped to our channels, and to see that we have issues with this first game. OrcMalade. Oh, OrcMalade is back on the friend list, doing battle with a friend, but I still have the message waiting for player to reconnect. And
second time's the charm.
Okay, so I know he's playing now from another device, his laptop, if I remember well, but I cannot see him. Okay, I guess since in the game, I hope we can spectate him.
Well, I mean, I'm still spectating PocketTrain as if nothing's happening.
Yeah, I have PocketTrain, yeah. but I don't have the OrcMalade's end. So, to continue on Simon Pegg. Oh, it's not on the camera anymore. Okay, not
Oh.
Simon Pegg, but OrcMalade. Okay, he's back. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe the turn is about to end right now.
It looks like it, because yeah, like before the disconnect happened, PocketTrain did go for Spectral Sight. And I'm guessing we're just going to continue games if nothing happened then.
Okay, so he's drawing a card, and maybe is yes,
Oh, it's going ping.
he's
Yeah, we're in the game.
pinging. Okay,
In the game, and most unfortunately, ping is not in Cantus Flow. As good as ping might be, it is not in Cantus Flow. And that is going to cause some pretty significant issues. I do now have access to OrcMalade's hand, though, and his hand is double Primordial Studies, a coin, a Mask of Cthulhu, a Brain Freeze, an Arcane Intellect, and a Pexus Blast. So, no copies of Incantus Flow anywhere to be seen. And if PocketTrain could see this hand, I'm sure he would be over the moon.
okay. So it's time for this Aldrashi. Do you say Aldrashi or Aldraki? Aldraki Warblades?
I say that it's too complicated an issue, and so I'm not going to worry about it, and I'm just going to call it Warblades instead, so that no one can get mad at me.
The the 3-drop weapon. Okay. Oh, Astromancer
Exactly.
Solarian. Okay, it's a good one, but you may shuffle a minion in your deck, so some of your combos won't work with that. It
Yeah,
took
like
the
a
luck
Pexus
partner,
Blast
okay.
won't summon a 5-drop if you have a minion in your deck, so that won't work.
Okay, it took the luck partner, not the 5-drop.
Yeah, because now OrcMalade can play that this turn, right? So he can just throw. Well, he can play it whenever he wants. He doesn't even have to play it this turn, but he can play it this turn and then throw a Ruined Orb right at PocketTrain's face and maybe try to find that Incantus Flow because he needs it. Like, it is the entire reason why this deck is even viable to begin with. And he actually picked Deck of Lunacy, Max. We are in for the clown fiesta this game.
Yeah, obviously. And finally, we have the game that we deserve.
What, Deck of Lunacy on curve? I don't know if I want to be a part of this game if that's what's happening. What I do know though is that turn 5 Skull of Gul'dan is happening, and I mean turn 6 Skull of Gul'dan is pretty good as it is, but turn 5, I like me some turn 5 Skulls of Gul'dan.
Yeah. Okay, so we have this Deck of Lunacy versus this Skull of Gul'dan, both of them on curve.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Instantly played.
Of course, like if you're gonna pick Deck of Lunacy, you're gonna commit to it, right? And this is just a free pass for PocketTrain. He's gonna get 3 cards for free, and he just got Il'gynoth and Fellscream Blast. He got 2 of them even. He has got a lot of combo potential now, because the biggest problem with Il'gynoth is that it costs 4 mana. When it costs 1, and with Raging Fellscreamer, like, you can do anything. I mean, not literally anything, but you get the idea.
So I just have to get those demons right now. Oh, it's not a bad one.
Well, don't forget, he did pick Philosophy from the Illidari studies 2 turns ago. So if he gets 1 Moloch, that can become 2. And then with the Ethereal Orc Merchant in his hand as well, that's suddenly a lot of potential damage that PocketTrain can deal later on in this game. But this Guru Bashi Berserker right here, oh, Skull of Gul'dan off the top as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, man, this game is going way too fast for me.
What's better than Skull of Gul'dan on 5? It's Skull of Gul'dan for free. Only 3. It's a discount.
Yeah. And not only that, look at the cards he got discounted. Power Infusion and Auspicious Spirits that went corrupted will summon a 7-drop, Max. Like, That's so much pressure. What's PocketTrain do?
Yeah. Okay. 7 cost.
Oh, that's a
It's
that's a
not that bad.
big boy. That's a very big and very scary boy.
Yeah, 7740 is quite balanced.
Oh, and speaking of big boys, here's the freaking what's this? Yeah, this is 713 Kuribashi Berserker. I don't. Wait, is he just dead? Oh my god, is he actually dead? Yeah, this is 12 damage. Oh my god, PocketTrain, you absolute monster! Just killing OrcMalade on turn 7 here. Wow. I feel dirty, Max. That was not fair.
Yeah.
Didn't even
Okay.
need Mohawk, apparently.
They they find a way to reduce the delay that we had at the start of the of the game.
Yeah, just kill him in turn 7. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
And-
so it's 1-0 for PocketTrain, and we won't see this mage anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, I brought it up like multiple times earlier, but without the mage, what is OrcMalade gonna do? Both of his decks are not that great into OTK Demon Hunter. Like, Rogue is unfavored, and Warrior is arguably like it's a close matchup, but without Mutinous, you don't have that like cheat factor of being able to potentially eat Ilchinov. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good as a Brit here for PocketTrain at the moment.
Okay. PocketTrain has. Oh. Yes. I'm gonna exit. Okay, I made a mistake on the logo. The logo of PocketTrain.
Yeah, because last I checked, my good pal PocketTrain is in fact not from the Czech Republic. That is very true.
Yeah, but that was at the start of this evening. Now we cannot say. Okay, so is and where is it? Okay, there. Okay, here we're fine. So we have still this OTK Demon Hunter on PocketTrain side, because we are in early chase, last hero standing format. And we have OrcMalade not disconnecting anymore with his Rush Warrior and his imprisoned Gunarg on turn 1.
Oh my... Max, I'm so sorry for constantly interrupting you like this, but look at PocketTrain's hand! He's got double Skull of Gul'dan on the left side of his hand. Like, how does he do it? I don't understand. How does he do it? He's too good at this game.
He practice and practice. But the end from
PocketTrain told me before the match, he was like, "Hey Paradox, are you gonna be okay if I don't play that well in this series?" Like, and I was like, if you play average, that'll be fine. Like, he's playing at his literal best right now. Like, you can't get better than this.
These old bones just keep moving.
Okay, we have right now these parade leaders on 2 and maybe followed by Rokara on 3, maybe, but it could be this Wormhole Challenger. Depends on what to play. Okay.
It does. If OrcMalade goes for Rokara here, it will only buff 1 minion. And it also lines PocketTrain up really nicely into this Talented Arcanist Immolation Aura to clear the board. So we might see a little bit of restraint here. I would like to see restraint here, I should say. But
No,
who knows, right?
You may play one Athletic Studies, maybe another one then, and maybe Rokara or the one of the card you discover. Okay.
You're not. I was about to say both of you clearly. You're not fans of Wormhole Challenger this turn.
Wormhole Challenger just like this? Yeah, why not? Why not? And in this matchup, why not?
I mean, you're never gonna really hit minions with it, right?
Yeah,
I believe.
I assume.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So if we play one more challenger now, and then next time we go for a car, it's gonna be a 211, right? And
Yeah.
OTK Demon Hunter is very well known for not being able to deal with big minions, so it would be a pretty big threat. Then again, OrcMalade can still go for this. It'll just be a little bit later on in the game, because we do see that he also has conditioning, as well as Overlord Run Fact discovered from that second copy of Athletic Studies. So this one could still be very threatening. That's Star Student Stelina. Ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah, PocketTrain doesn't go for it. He's much smarter than I am. He knows. Why am I going to go for Star Student Stelina Paradox when I have a 5-mana Skull of Gul'dan next turn in the outcast position? And I'm like, you are a very smart man, PocketTrain.
Yeah, and now his hand has been emptied maybe a little,
Yeah.
so he can play this one and maybe another one next. Oh, he has 10 cards in the end. Oh,
Well, you can use Chaos Strike.
Yeah, but
looks
it's
like it's going to see
drawing
the
one more.
Orc Merchant. Okay.
Okay.
And then just saving it for later. Right.
This
Ooh, a double run fac.
Not
These
that
minions
bad.
in OrcMalade's hand are about to get really, really big.
Yeah, and he can conditioning into Rokara. And the Rokara after that of Overlord Runthag has attacked.
True.
Yeah.
That does appear to be what OrcMalade is going to go for here.
Okay. Not a bad turn for him. And PocketTrain already at 14. And
Ooh, but
cannot play this Call of Gul'dan here. What can he do?
he doesn't
Maybe
need to, though. Like, now PocketTrain's priority is clearing the board, and he actually has a pretty good way of doing that. So what PocketTrain can do here is he can use both of these talented Arcanists with Fell Screen Blast, and that would heal him for 15 and clear the board. That's pretty good if you ask me, but PocketTrain may disagree. We'll see.
Okay.
What do you want to do here?
I want to not play OTK Demon Hunter because I'm not good with this deck.
That is the most straight answer I think I've ever heard. Just, I don't want to play this deck, and I don't want to play much either. But you gotta at least think about it.
I'm not good with this because too many things to count and
To think about, yeah, that's understandable.
It's not the way I use Hearthstone.
No, that's understandable. Everyone has their own unique style that they like to play the game. Like you said to me earlier, you like to play Priest. I also like to play Priest. In general, I prefer slower mid-range style decks. We're here to play big threats, and it's all like an elaborate chess match, right? We like play big threat, force answer, that sort of thing. Whereas this OTK Demon Hunter deck is sort of the antithesis of that, where it's just like, I just need to survive. If I survive and I get to my big combo, I just win. And that is what PocketTrain is doing at the moment.
But you really have to be really good with the deck and practice a lot to start being really relevant with it. And I have not these patience.
These aren't quite the cards PocketTrain was looking for here. He's got to be a little bit careful. This Troublemaker in OrcMalade's hand is getting him very, very close to lethal. So we see there's 9 on the board right now, and with that Troublemaker, and both of the Ruffians hit PocketTrain in the face, he will die. So he's got to try to avoid that if he can. He only has 1 minion in play that can absorb this Troublemaker hit, and so he has to drop the second Orc Merchant just to try to avoid that disastrous scenario where both of the ruffians hit face, but it is not a pretty situation to be in. OrcMalade's going to go for it. If both of these ruffians hit face, the game is over right now. Let's see if he gets it.
Okay. One and
One.
not two. Just one.
Very close though. Very, very
yeah,
close.
yeah. But it's still on the board, and another one in hand. PocketTrain has to heal right now, and
he has plenty of ways of doing that, Max. Let me see here. We got
Warblades, yeah.
Yeah, like the question isn't if he can heal. The question is how does he want to heal? Because at the end of the day, you've also got to find a way to win the game. It's not just enough to stay alive. That being said, at this point, I mentioned a play earlier where you heal for 15 with Fell Screen Blast. And we're going to see something very similar happening right here. Ethereal Arcanist, Moog, Fell Screen Blast is going to heal for a ludicrous amount of health. Look at this. 28.
Yeah.
Bam. And swinging the board straight back in his favor as well. What a turn from PocketTrain here. Even against the 4-6 Mogs. So they even survive through the ruffian hits.
And hitting face twice now. But too late. Too late, guys. Bullies.
Yeah.
And back in the days where...
Yeah, no, PocketTrain's just going to do it again. He's just going to Fell Screen Blast and just clear the board again and just heal back up to full. And there's nothing that OrcMalade can do about it. He's just... The Rush Warrior got overran on board. Pigs are flying today. That's all I'm saying. Pigs are literally flying. And I don't know what other crazy things are happening.
He wants to draw, I guess, with this Endless, maybe?
I mean, the Founders of draw. It's just whether or not he wants to do it now.
Okay.
Ooh, is he going to ignore the Ruffians? Yeah, looks like he's just going to ignore the Ruffians and just go face.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I may have spoken too soon.
I get both choice lead to win. So
yeah, PocketTrain is in a really good position right now.
Yeah.
You are absolutely correct about that. It's going to take a really big comeback for OrcMalade to win this game.
Yeah.
The PocketTrain is down to his last 6 cards, which are Double Jump, Illidori Studies, Warblades, I-Beam, Ilchanov, and one other card which I'm forgetting off the top of my head. But either way, like, a lot of his draws are really good in this position.
And it's a pity that this Warmore Challenger doesn't have Rush, so it cannot be copied on the which one? The other card, the Playmaker.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. All right, that's going to do it. PocketTrain getting his second win right out the gate with OTK Demon Hunter. One win away from being able to secure a very impressive record in the Max Open Cup.
And remember that he was about to lose with the 3-3, not hitting face, but hitting the minion he had added on the board. And that's the win
that's
for
why
him.
that's why he played the 2-1 to make that possibility as remote as possible, and it paid off.
So now it's now or never for OrcMalade. He has to win everything with the rogue. And starting with this Octobot. What is it? Octopussy? I don't know what.
The what's it called? The efficient Octobot. That's it. Yeah, the 1/4
animal mech.
Max, how does he do it? How does PocketTrain do it? He's sculling his opening left hand every single game. How does he do it? I don't understand. I'm never this lucky when I play this deck.
Yeah, it's like it can count the card. Did you see the movie Rain Man with Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman?
I'm afraid I haven't. No.
Okay, so you have something to watch on this weekend.
Yeah, very true, very true.
And
yeah, why don't you tell me a bit about it?
Because in the movie, it's two brothers, and one is autistic, and he counts the cards in a casino, and it's forbidden. And I guess PocketTrain is counting the cards from his deck and bringing
What?
a
He,
skull
he,
of
he
the
just
Dan.
stacks skull to the top? I don't think
Yeah, I guess.
Gamekeeper would allow that to happen, but it would be an interesting idea. Speaking of interesting ideas, OrcMalade, he's got a bit of a question to us. When does he want to proc this Octobot's Frenzy ability? Because PocketTrain's not going to do it. Why would he? He has no need to.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like he's just
Okay,
going to do it now
drawing
after
much.
this
Yeah,
swindle.
It's interesting. And then one thief. Okay, good start. Good start.
Counterspell could also be really useful for him, right? Just to prevent that Skull of Gul'dan on turn 6.
Yeah,
This is what he's going to pick.
like this. Okay. Can draw with this. But what do you want to eat if you use this Chaos Trap?
Spectrum, yeah.
It will eat a Foxy
Oh,
Frog.
turn 5 Skull of Gul'dan. And he is Skull of Gul'dan
and another
potentially.
one.
He might not pick it though. He might not pick it because
Maybe it's
I-Beam is
I-Beam.
also really good here. So yeah, he is going to pick I-Beam instead because PocketTrain does acknowledge it's like, well, my hand's getting pretty full, right? Like he's at 8 cards at the start of his next turn. If he plays Skull, that would immediately put him at 10 cards. So the chances of him needing the second Skull are much more limited.
PocketTrain has to play with both ends now. To have 20 cards in end with all those skulls of Gul'dan.
Yeah, and of course, PocketTrain, he's not going to run headlong into this counter spell. No. He's going to test for it first. With the 0 mana philosophy, that does not reduce the discount from Illidari Studies because the spell was countered. And that means the PocketTrain, if he wants to, can go for Skull of Gul'dan, which he will, of course. Why wouldn't you? It's 5 mana. That's even crazier than 6 mana. It even got nerfed when it was 5 mana. That's how busted it was at 5 mana.
Okay, we see OrcMalade on cam is not that happy with this situation right now. But we have this Jandis Barov that has been unnerfed to 5.
Yeah. I mean, Jandis was also pretty crazy at 5 mana, but OrcMalade, he's not even going to play. He's just going to go for Secret Passage and try to find something else he can do this turn. And doesn't look all that promising from where I'm sitting. Maybe you can see something I'm not, though.
I guess it's Secret Passage number 2.
It's like, this hand is awful. Give me a reroll. Yeah, clearly OrcMalade has not been stacking the cards at the casino. That's for sure.
Okay, so what will be?
So many options.
So you don't want to pass here your turn. Okay, but
No, it's just going to Tenmu onto the 1 thief, get another 1 mana for a mage spell. I'd imagine maybe he's going to hold off.
okay.
I don't see why you would hold off. I think you. Well, actually, no. Maybe he's trying to play. Oh no, he's going to go for it. Okay. Oh, not what he was looking for though.
I guess he was searching for Mask of Toon. Okay.
Well, or maybe like another counter spell or something. But yeah, Primordial Studies is rogue. It's not really what you're looking for. And now PocketTrain can easily get rid of this Octobot using the Chaos Strike here. Hit it for 4 damage, prevent that Frenzy from going off. And you can even use the Immolation Ore here as well. And that will clear every minion from the board aside from this Octobot, which you don't care about Octobot. It's just a 1/1.
Okay. And that is a few.
Yeah, I mean,
So
look at OrcMalade's hand as well. He's just got nothing.
Oh, it's not the best one, this fortune teller, but the carousel griffin is not that bad.
Let's go a bit
Okay.
Blood Mage on this.
Was not expecting this once, I guess. Not a bad draw, this Raging Fell Screamer.
So the outcast cards remaining in PocketTrain's deck are, I think, just one Skull of Gul'dan, because he's already drawn both copies of Philosophy and both copies of Spectral Sight. I'm just taking a look to be certain. Oh no, he does have one I-Beam left as well, so it's one I-Beam, one Skull of Gul'dan from this double jump here. So that's going to be really important information. As is that Dreadlord's Bite. Oh, that is disgusting.
It's really, really good in this spot here to break the Divine Shield, then kill Jandis, kill the illusion.
Yeah, you can just use a 3-mana I-Beam to clear it, or even a 1-mana one with Spectral Sight. Like, why take 5 damage when you can just heal for 6 instead?
Yes.
Seems like a good deal to me.
Okay.
But yeah, PocketTrain at this point is remarkably close to lethal damage here. He's got like a Moog that's going to cost 0. He's got the Arcanist. He's got 2 I-Beams guaranteed because of the double jump. At this point, it's pretty much only a matter of time until he's got this series locked up.
Okay, I'm warning the next guys that we are about to see a 3-0 in the first match, and so they can prepare themselves. So
You're not very confident in OrcMalade's chances, are you?
I guess that it's almost over. In the first match, please prepare yourself and. Okay,
PocketTrain is demolishing the opposition. I shouldn't joke. The game isn't actually over yet, but boy, does it look like it's about to be. How much damage is this? So this would be 3 times 2 is 18, 18. Yeah, no, I think it's lethal in 2 turns here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's not lethal now, but it'll be lethal next turn. Well, actually, maybe it is lethal now. Hold on. Hold the phone. Yeah, I think it might be lethal now. Yes, it's lethal now.
Yeah. Okay.
See, Max, this is why I don't play this deck very often, because I don't want to count. But yeah, that is easily more than enough. And PocketTrain coming in with a decisive 3-0 sweep here to open tonight's matches. Well played to PocketTrain. Well done, mate.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you if we can have the players for a little interview. So starting with OrcMalade, because before he leaves, une petite interview sur Discord. Ok. Ne coupe pas ta caméra STP. Okay, then we have PocketTrain, GG, a little interview on Discord. Please leave your camera on. Okay, so what did he reply? He didn't. Okay.
Give him a second.
Yes. Okay, I'm adding them into our conversation. Where are we here? I cannot see your camera anymore. Oh, wow. So I love when I say keep your camera on and then he stopped the camera. Because I have something to do now. So OrcMalade here. No, not this one. This one and OrcMalade, where is he? Here. And then, okay, I'm adding them in the okay, on the conversation. So, are they friends with me? Yes, PocketTrain is, and OrcMalade as well. Okay, we have the guys soon.
Just waiting for them to join the call, and there they are.
Okay, OrcMalade is here and PocketTrain as well. Do you hear me, guys? Est-ce que vous m'entendez?
Yep.
You guys hear
Oh.
me as well, right?
Yes.
Ok, fine.
Wonderful.
So, OrcMalade, on fait en français pour toi ou en anglais ça te va aussi?
Ouais, en français, ça me va, t'inquiète.
En
Ouais,
français,
comme
ça
tu
te...
veux.
Comme je veux, d'accord, très très bien. Starting with PocketTrain, GG for the win, and we were thinking with Paradox that you had some kind of magic to bring the Skull of Gul'dan at the left side of your hand at each game, and playing for 5. So what is your secret?
I just wish that could happen to me at Masters Tours. Yeah, it was quite funny. I've never drawn that well with Demon Hunter in my life.
Yeah, like I couldn't
couldn't help
even
but laugh.
critique you, man. You just destroyed them 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
I wish you could teach me how to do that with OTK. I'd be
mean,
less
I
salty
hope it
about
carries
that
on.
in the Discord server.
But yeah, that
et-
was definitely lucky.
Yeah, and de ton côté, OrcMalade, du coup, bon, t'as un peu subi les games, et du coup,
J'ai pas trop joué, hein.
est-ce que tu penses que y avait moyen, si ça passait avec le guerrier rué, là, où tu as failli aller chercher la win, est-ce que tu penses que tu aurais pu reverse derrière?
En vrai, je pense, le rogue, franchement, je le maîtrise bien. Je pensais que, même quand j'étais à 2-0 down, hein, je pensais qu'il y avait moyen avec le rogue de tout reverse, mais non, j'ai rien pu faire, hein, les crânes à 5 à chaque game, et même sur la dernière, j'ai essayé de faire attention, j'ai pris un counter spell, et il a pioché, il a top decké
Oui,
le truc à
philosophie.
0, et donc du coup, il a pu jouer son crâne à 5, ouais, c'est ça, c'était injouable en fait, j'ai juste pas pu jouer, mais bon, tant pis, hein, bien joué à lui.
Okay, so our friend OrcMalade said that he tried to play the games the best he could, but it was very difficult with those Call of Cthulhu's on 5, and even with the counter spell in the last
Yeah,
game.
like even with the counter spell, Pocket Train top deck philosophy for 0 mana. Like, yeah, that was very little that OrcMalade could do there. You have my apologies, sir.
Okay, we saw just a couple of hours before the stream that the new expansion has been announced for the 3 of August, I guess.
Oh, they've actually posted a date. I wasn't aware of this. Oh, that's good to
I
know.
guess.
You
what,
guess?
what are you watching from this new expansion, PocketTrain, and the other guys, if you want to?
Well, it looks like Priest is going to be different, hopefully, which is good for everyone. I'm a big fan of the new tradable keyword.
Yeah.
That seems quite interesting. Seems to sort of make your deck more consistent, and especially with I think the weapon tech card is really interesting, because you can tech your deck without actually ruining it, because you could just throw it back in matchups that the weapon removal doesn't work. I think that's a good keyword. I like the quest lines. I was a big fan of quests when they came out earlier, and glad to see them back.
Okay. So you're very optimistic with the new expansion.
Very optimistic, yes.
Okay.
Big fan of it so far.
Okay. Quick question for PocketTrain. How many days do you think it will take before you drop Lady Anaconda again? How many days? A week? 2 weeks?
Wait, I was thinking today. Maybe. I don't know. I should probably go outside a bit. I've been playing a bit too much the last few days.
I'm sure people have, sir.
Et toi, OrcMalade, qu'est-ce que tu penses de la nouvelle extension qui a été annoncée? Tu as un peu vu les nouvelles cartes, les nouveaux...
J'ai regardé
cinématiques?
rapidement, j'ai vu le nouveau keyword là,
Mot-clé.
tradable. J'avoue que ça a l'air cool. Franchement, ça a l'air sympa. Après, bon, j'ai peur que si ils font trop du mal à prêtre, que Demon Hunter ça devienne trop fort. Là déjà, on a eu un petit échantillon de ce que Demon Hunter pouvait faire, donc j'espère
c'est vrai.
qu'ils vont le nerf un peu.
Okay, guys. Thank you for the games, and I hope it will be fine for both of you for the rest of this Max Open Cup 7. we are going to switch to the next game. See you guys.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Take it easy, boys.
Okay, Paradox, okay, so we are just the both of you right now. Okay. Yeah, we are. So now it's Wuncler, the Hungarian player, versus En1gma, the Czech player. And we are going to check the lineups right now, starting with Wuncler.
Was that pun intentional, Max? You
What
wanted
you-
us to check the lineups? Was that
Ah,
intentional?
yeah. No. It's I'm not that good in oh, is it the word pun? I guess in English, jeu de mots in French, but not that very comfortable in English to do so many times. So okay,
Alright.
but I love this one. I'm gonna keep it for the next time.
I'm glad I could teach you a good dad joke. I'm
Yeah,
sure
thanks.
The Patriot
Thanks.
Dildo would be so proud of me. But yes, let's talk about some lineups because we do have some
Yes.
more unique decks from both of these players. So why don't you start us off with once our Hungarian friend here?
Okay, so he's bringing a priest, but we won't see the priest. And then a no-ticket Demon Hunter, if you are aware of it, with exactly the same list than your friend
As PocketTrain, yeah.
Yeah. And then we have a druid. A druid with a token druid. A token
Yeah.
druid, and is it something funny inside? I don't think so. Everything is funny with a druid, especially
Yeah,
with
but
gibbering one.
Yeah, the only difference here is that once they cut a copy of Pride's Fury for a copy of Guidance, which, according to the Vicious Syndicate data report, is apparently a good inclusion guidance, that is. But apparently they recommend cutting Soul of the Forest instead of Pride's Fury, so it'll be interesting to see how that affects his list. But 29 out of 30 optimal cards is still pretty good as far as I can tell.
Okay, what is it? It's a guidance. Okay. Do you say guidance?
Max
Guidance, yes, the 1 mana spell, the one right below the Gibbling.
Oh, and we have.
I don't know what it's called in French, my apologies.
Which one? The don't know guidance. I don't know.
Yeah, the
because
one that
I
look
don't
two
play this
spells
one.
and add one to your hand or overload to get both. So
Yeah,
that's a bit
that's
of
it.
a new one.
That's
yeah,
it.
that one.
And we have PocketTrain that has just subscribed to the channel. Thanks, PocketTrain. Thanks. Okay.
Just making best use of his win.
Okay, I have En1gma on the cam. Okay. So with this druid we just talked about, and then we have the rogue, maybe the same one than OrcMalade. I hope he will be able to play it longer time than
Yeah.
our previous player. I'm in. Okay, I see you. Okay, just a second. Okay, I'm seeing you because the players are connecting right now, and I'm seeing them on the cam. Okay, the rogue. I guess we can switch to En1gma's lineups. Okay, En1gma's lineup to check it. That's it. We are funny. So
Yes.
we are so funny. The player from Entropic with Fairy. A guy that we see often on the Max TV, bringing a warlock, a demon hunter, a priest, and a rogue. I guess those 4 classes are very well represented in this Max Open Cup. Okay, we have a Rush Warrior, but with Enzot. We have Alexstrasza and Enzot. 2 troublemakers. And what is it? What is this Overlord Sofa? Okay, Overlord Sofa.
Yeah, we got a lot of frenzy
friendly
stuff
minions.
going on in here.
Okay.
With Crash Lord of Turtling and Stonewall Anchorman, so definitely a lot slower of a list of Rush Warrior than we saw from our previous two players, which normally you'd see this sort of play out in a lineup, well, in a list that's trying to beat Priest, but Priest got banned. So I'm a little bit interested to see what En1gma's strategy is with this Warrior deck, because it is the only real difference between him and Wuncler's lineup is the Token Druid on one side and the Warrior on the other. The other two deck lists are practically identical. Like, there's only like one difference in the rogue list, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, and this Blade Master Samurai that can be very powerful versus this Druid. Okay, and then we have this Demon Hunter, maybe. Oh, is it a throw? Okay, a throw glaive. Okay, instead of
Yeah,
rocks.
that's been in all the OTK Demon Hunter lists so far.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see them. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
no problem.
I
It's
didn't see them.
really annoying. I'll tell you this as a Token Druid player. It is really annoying
Yeah,
to
you
see
don't want to see it.
Roguelave as Token Druid because it utterly ruins Glowfly Swarm.
Yeah, even with the Solid Forest, you can deal with all of this. Okay, and then the rogue, the same one as well. No, there is a penflinger in it. Okay, didn't see the penflinger before. Okay,
Yeah,
I think
that's
that's
like
it.
the one difference between the rogue lists is Once is running 2 Guardian Orc Merchant and En1gma is running 1 Orc Merchant and 1 Penflinger. So bit of an interesting choice here.
Okay, wait. I get it. Okay, we are going to give the go to our players. I'm just making some technical things to bring the cameras, but I'm giving the go to the players at the before.
So who's on the bottom again?
We'll have En1gma at the bottom and Wuncler at the top because they cannot be at the bottom. The both of them.
Wonderful.
Okay, it's okay. You can start. Oh, deconnected. Okay, that's it. It's okay. You can start. Good luck, because luck
And have
is-
fun.
Yeah, but maybe the luck before if you want to. If you want to win, but okay, for the fun, I like it.
Do you have any favorites and who you want to win this match?
I like that the Aston wins and us as well because when we cast, we love to have no technical issues. So I'm wishing this for us. If not, maybe
Good answer.
the best player. Okay,
Yep.
just a second. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I believe they're just getting in. Yeah, there we go. Now I just got to make sure I spectate the right people and we're good to go.
Okay, so here we are.
One, and
which one
oh
is-
boy, we're off to a good start, Max. It is the OTK Demon Hunter mirror match. And I'll tell you what, Max, the
Yeah.
bottom of the screen is rigged. It's rigged. It always has skull on the left side of the hand. It's the only explanation I've come up with, man. Every single game so far, the person on the
Yeah,
bottom of the
that-
screen has always had the skull on the left every time.
That's it on the Max TV. We have a deal with Blizzard, so we can bring best effort to our viewers. So don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel because it's every time like this, you know. Okay, so we have En1gma at the bottom. We have Wuncler at the top. And we are spectating him. I'm gonna check. Thank you for streaming me, says PocketTrain. Brought me the best HS luck of my life. Lovely. Okay. So, what do you want to? What is the point to win the mirror in this matchup? What do you think about that?
Well, I'll tell you what, the main thing I want, of course, is to have skull on the left side of my hand, because that follows into point number 2, is that ideally you want to draw as fast as you can to hit your combo. There is a bit of nuance to it though, because there's a certain card from Illidari Studies that a player can discover called Glide. And what Glide does is that it is a 4-mana Demon Hunter spell that says, shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 4 cards. Now, normally, that spell would be horrendous. You do not want that in a deck where you want to hold all of your cards and get people with a combo. But it also has another effect, which is when it's outcasted, it also shuffles your opponent's hand into their deck and they draw 4 cards. So what can happen is that your opponent can use Glide and it will remove all of the mana reduction effects from Skull of Gul'dan and reduce the hand to 4 cards.
Yeah.
So if that is discovered from Illidari Studies and timed correctly, that could be a huge deal. But we're still a ways off from that point. There's also another interesting interaction in the form of Star Student Stelina, which is the 4-mana, 4/3 Demon Hunter legendary minion that, when outcasted, can look at 3 cards from the opponent's hand and shuffle 1 back into the deck. And if that hits Skull of Gul'dan, that is disgustingly huge in terms of setting your opponent back a mile away.
Yes, it's a way to put your opponent in a tough situation. Okay, first philosophy here.
Second philosophy.
One. Okay, I didn't see it.
Because if you look at En1gma's hand, his marks are 4/6s.
Yes, because I assume he was playing 4 Mohawks in his deck, like in.
I'm sure if they could play 4 Mohawks, they would. To be fair.
Okay, I have issues with the camera on Wuncler, so I'm gonna remove it. It's no big deal. Like this, okay, and like this. Okay. Yes, eating it twice will make it to get rid of this first Mohawk.
Yep, not quite that efficient, but of course, like, one has to be a bit worried about like being above 24 HP. 24 is usually like the average amount of damage that a Demon Hunter combo will deal to you. So you want to try to stay above that life total if you can. And so him being at 22 right now could be cause for concern, but we're still very early into the game, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal quite yet.
When Clock got hit to have Skull of Gul'dan in his hand, but it didn't manage to make it at the left side of his hand, because now you have to draw a card for 0 mana and you don't play it in a deck.
Yeah, Wisp unfortunately is not a part of OTK Demon Hunter, and even if it was, En1gma could just hit into this Blood Mage Falnos with his weapon, and then that would be 2 cards in front of Skull of Gul'dan, so it'd be even harder to play next turn.
And from your perspective, do you think that this OTK Demon Hunter is the best Demon Hunter to bring in LHS format tournaments instead of and this one, the Death Rattle Demon Hunters?
Well, I'll tell you what, Illidari Studies in the Skull of Gul'dan is really good, but to actually answer your question, I would say it probably is, because OTK Demon Hunter has a lot of very favorable matchups in the current meta, right? Like, we went over it in the last series. It's good against Warrior, it's good against Rogue, it's good against Token Druid, it's very good against Token Druid. And without Priest, like, you just have so much more incentive to bring it than Death Rattle Demon Hunter, which main draw is that it's good against Priest. But if you can ban Priest, then why not bring the better version, right? It seems pretty straightforward to me.
Okay.
Speaking of things that seem straightforward, it looks like we're going to see Enigma's Founders used just to cycle a little bit more. And actually, once there's a 10 cards, he
Yeah.
could overdraw Ilchinov here. That'd be game over if that happened.
I assume. Okay, it's now, and no, it's Talented Arcanist.
Yeah.
Okay, but it could have been interesting. I love the discard in Hearthstone.
Yeah, I did cast a Demon Hunter game the other month where someone did overdraw an Ilchinov in a 1 in 14 scenario, and it cost them not only the game, but the series and $200. Like, these
Oh.
overdraws, man, they are lethal if timed correctly.
And we cannot make new mill deck list as we
Well,
had
I mean,
before.
Ticketus could be more viable in the next expansion. You never know, right?
Yeah, maybe. I love this kind of decks, like a blue color in Magic the Gathering. Back to my days.
I'm surprised you have many friends, mate. It's like you sound like you're just a very mean person in real life. You like Priest and you like mono or like blue black mill. Like, I don't know what to think. And I'm a Priest, man. I love Priest. Even I draw a line somewhere. And
Okay,
speaking of lines being
double draw.
drawn, oh my. Okay, I was gonna say I might have been a second skull.
Okay, so how many cards in decks right now? 11.
So it's
here for
11
Wuncler
cards for
and
Wuncler and 10 for En1gma.
And
Yeah.
maybe another draw with this spectral side here.
I mean, you kind of want to put down the Fell Screamer. You want to put it down at some point. Why not now?
Yeah.
Because you can use the
But-
weapon to finish off the opposing Fell Screamer as well this turn.
But don't you want to draw as fast as you can? Fast as you can?
True, but look at Enigma's hand again. The way he draws is with Spectral Sight, but Spectral Sight is on the outcast position, so it'll draw 2 cards. So you will get reduced to 9, and then you'll draw 2, so that'll put you at 11 cards in hand, and then you'll overdraw. So you have to play a card first, like this I-Beam.
I will find a way.
And like I said earlier, if these overdraws are timed incorrectly, it could prove fatal.
Okay. So what is it now? We have this Elginat in end, but nothing has been reduced. This Skull of Gul'danit is at the middle of this end.
The answer is here.
Didn't I see any Moog? No Moog. Okay, cannot play his philosophy. So would you, if you add enough room in your space in your hand, would you play a Skull of Gul'dan from the middle of your hand just to draw?
It's really tough, right? Because Skull of Gul'dan still costs 6 mana.
Yeah.
And you're not reducing the cards you draw from Skull of Gul'dan either. So it would be really hard not to overdraw in that position. And at this point, don't forget, En1gma has not used a single copy of Illidari's Studies yet. That glide scenario I mentioned earlier, that can still happen. So we might see it happen off the top this turn.
Okay,
'cause
he's
he's still
playing it-
going for Skull of Gul'dan.
Yeah.
But En1gma's hand, he's so close, Max. He's so close. Both of these players are so close. They're just
And who-
missing one piece. In En1gma's case, he's missing Il'jinov, and on the other side, Wuncler's missing Moark.
And Wuncler will discard the next card, but it was assumed because he has already En1gma in hand.
Yeah, but there were still 2 Moarks in that deck, and
Yeah.
Wuncler was very lucky he did not overdraw one of them. That's all I'll say on the matter, but he has a
Bottom
14
six.
health.
Bottom 6, 2 marks, and he has to play the 2 copies of Philosophy.
Yeah. So there's only going to be 2 Moargs available for Wuncler in this game, as well as only 1 copy of Talented Arcanist because one was played earlier. But there it is. There's Moarg. I don't believe this is lethal this turn. I don't believe that Wuncler has enough mana to fully kill him with the combo, even though Moarg does cost 0. Again, I'm not very good at counting, but I believe that in order for him to get lethal... There it is!
Ooh.
There's the glide I was mentioning earlier,
Yeah,
but of course Wuncler doesn't need it. He's already
the
got the
glide.
combo. All he has to do is survive the turn, and he wins. So...
Yeah, the glide could have been very, very interesting. Okay,
Alright.
still at 17 here.
That's not it. That is not huge enough. That means it's counting time. How much damage does Wuncler have next turn? Because there's no way for En1gma to stop it. So you can play Moarg, Arcanist, Orc Merchant, Fail Screen Blast. So that would be 1, 2, 4, 8. 8 times 3 is 24 damage. And with I-Beam, that would be 30. I believe he has... Oh yeah, he almost certain... Yeah, no. He definitely has enough, because he can hero power with the weapon up. So yeah, Wuncler for sure has lethalness next turn. There is nothing that En1gma can do about it, and he's going to be up 1-0. Heck, he's even got another Orc Merchant, so he's even more guaranteed to have lethal than he was before. Just as long as he spots it, which he does.
Here we are. And the play of this middle of the end, the Skull of Gul'dan, was it he had to draw as fast as possible. And
I mean, technically speaking, Wuncler does have less cards left in its deck, so...
Okay, another one.
Yeah, and then Arcanist into Fail Screen Blast. Now that'll be easily enough. How much is it? Yeah, 30 damage right on the money. Very well played.
And here we are, 1-0 for the Hungarian player Wuncler. I say Wuncler, but maybe it's Wuncler in more German way.
Maybe.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we can ask him. We can ask him on the interview after this.
Yes. And it's a player from the team Level Up. Okay, so we won't see one of the OTK Demon Hunter. If you love OTK Demon Hunter, just switch to the Max TV right now.
Yeah, so we got... It's just all OTK Demon Hunter games so far, yeah. So for game number 2 here, En1gma has switched over to the Warrior, which... Ooh. Sorry for the interruption, but...
Okay, so we'll see. It's the revenge for this Warrior that has put this Demon Hunter, OTK Demon Hunter, to 2 life in the previous match, the previous confrontation. So we'll see if he is able to win this time. And the same, it's the same start with this imprisoned Gunarg into Parade Leader. And
yeah, no rush minion on
Troublemaker,
turn 3 though.
Yeah.
At least not yet. It's also not a whole lot. Oh, sorry, carry on.
He had a better end with those 2 athletic studies into maybe Rokara and OrcMalade Challenger. Now it's more difficult, but in dot 4 we have this Sword Eater to equip a weapon. We'll see.
Oh, athletic studies. That's a rush. Oh, okay, it's not a rush made actually because it costs too much mana. Oh, that's a little bit unfortunate. Gonna go for the claw machine here because that does provide at least a little bit of card draw later on in the game. And
is it the one that who plays Enzat? Yes.
I believe it is. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe he could. So yeah. Claiming this claw
Yes.
machine can be interesting in with NZ, but
Yeah,
the blue
it would
elephant
come
will have
back.
been.
It is the only mech in Enigma's list. Yeah.
It doesn't play the two cars.
Oh
Bumper
right,
cars.
yeah, bumper
Bumper
car,
car.
yeah, bumper car. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, he does run two of those. I just forgot about it for a brief moment.
We
Thank
love
you
this
for
in
the
France, you
reminder.
know. Okay, is it an I-beam that will be spent here to deal with one parade leader?
Good question, isn't it? I mean, Enigma didn't play a single rush minion on the turn when Parade Leader was out and unanswered, right? What are the chances that Enigma was holding it back? I mean, we know he has a rush minion from athletic studies, but is it worth using I-Beam on now? It looks like the answer is yes. But then just going to see a hero power and pass by the looks of it here from Wuncler here. Not quite the explosive starts we're used to with this deck, unfortunately.
And as we saw right now, the Skull of Donkey will not be able to reach the left side of Wuncler's end because of this Elginos that cannot be played before. So you have to play it maybe from the middle like the previous game, but obviously it will be from the right side. We'll see. Next time maybe this claw machine. Are you still here with me?
Yeah, I'm still with you. I'm still with you.
Okay.
I mean, it's just
So do
I'm
I.
just trying to think like what Wuncler can do this turn because his hand's just not looking that great. Like the Raging Fell Screamer obviously looks like the most appealing option, but
Yeah.
it's not really contesting the board all that well. And oh my goodness, Ringmaster Watley! If that's not a good play on turn 5, Max, I don't know
Yeah,
what
it's
is.
not. It's interesting, but maybe this claw machine here that make get rid. Get rid of this raging
Yeah.
fell screamer. Not sure about that because you already have this Alexstrasza in hand. I'm not sure he's playing he's playing 1/10 treasure, so he can draw one more dragon.
Yep, and he's only got one Sword Eater left in the deck as well, so
Yeah.
the longer he waits on Ringmaster Watley, the less cards it will draw. So it's interesting, right? I could see both options. Like Claw Machine definitely does have appeal for preserving the board you already have, but Ringmaster Watley is adding more cards to your hand that it might not be able to get later. So it's definitely a tough decision here for Enigma. Let's see what he goes with because
I guess you're right with this Watley because you want to draw those cards from your deck. So
oh, right, that's true. Yeah, Stonewall Anchorman is a pirate, so that will get drawn through your
I was forgetting about
yeah.
it. Okay, interesting. Yeah, he's playing this what is it? Overload.
Overlord, Sour Fang, yeah.
And Crash as well. Okay, so it makes sense with Enzot too. Interesting list. Maybe a little
Yeah, it's
greedy.
very slow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Okay.
once a man, like he's just got nothing. He's just got a whole host of situational cards, but none of it clears the board. Like he has the talented Arcanist with Fellscream Blast, but that's only gonna deal 3 damage to 3 minions and heal them for 9. It's not gonna clear the board. I mean, it's good, but it's not clear the board good.
Yeah. Okay. So this Alexstrasza is dealing 8, but it can be played in 4 rounds, so it's not for now. But Wuncler is already at 12.
Ooh, with the Moog as well, that's definitely going to make all the difference in the world. Because that means this is going to heal once back up to 28. Nice.
28 is not that bad. Okay. Oh, it's a way to deal with this. Okay, you can use this Tonmol uncommon to deal with this first more artificer, you can athletic studies, can make everything, and then you can also tent trasher. That will cost less.
But you won't be able to play it this turn. So you can't play Anchorman and Tent Trasher this turn, unfortunately.
Because it will cost 5.
Yeah, because the athletic
minus
studies is
1.
temporary.
Yeah,
So it'd be,
But
5
it will be
minus 1 is
4.
4.
Yeah.
And it's for each different tribe, so you can't just go like bumper car, Tent Trasher.
Okay.
I think in this instance, I would prefer personally to play. Actually, no, this makes sense. Yeah, because you get the bumper
Okay.
car as well.
Okay, yes,
This
yes.
is really smart by En1gma. Yeah.
It was the Dark Moon Rider, the 6-1-1 to deal with the 4-1. Okay. It's better than drawing from the Stone Mall and Command.
Speaking of drawing cards, though, there's the second copy of Double Jump, as well as Illidary Studies right here. Let's see what that gets. Spectral Sight. Running into a bit of a snag here for Wuncler in that this Skull of Gul'dan is getting stranded. Because if it goes to the right side of the hand, that's right where Il'jinnov is, then, well, you can't really throw Il'jinnov out until your combo turn, so that Skull of Gul'dan at this point is functionally useless, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, another one.
Well, gotta play it now. Let's see, 2 cards drawn, Philosophy, and Ethereal Orc Merchant. That's not quite what Wuncler was looking for. He was looking ideally for Skull of Gul'dan.
Yeah. Okay, another card that draws for next turn, maybe. You do. Do you think that this coin has to be kept in hand because this Elginos has not been discounted, and you may need
I
it
think
for
so.
GTK?
Yeah. This has been no good turn to play it, really, because what Winston's trying to do is he's trying to save the double jump so he can guarantee that he can go double jump into Skull of Gul'dan on the same turn. Because if he can't do that, then Skull of Gul'dan will just sift into the middle of his hand and be useless. And obviously, if both of his Skulls of Gul'dan are going to be useless, then you're not going to get your combo off in time. The Warrior's not going to wait for you to get your combo. He's got a Troublemaker and an Alex in there. He's just going to send minions and hit him in the face. So, moment of truth it is Skull of Gul'dan picked up here from the double jump. We'll draw 3 cards for once, so let's see what he gets.
So what is it? Proclaim Morg. Okay. And Military Study. Don't forget that this through glaive discounted to 0 is only the first one of the echo feature of the card, because it's echo to get the card back in your hand. It's not written anymore on the card. It was fine when the keywords were written on the card, but Blizzard says we don't want to afraid the new players with too many keywords, so we prefer afraid them with too many sentences.
Yep. And speaking of things to keep in mind, the Moa that costs 0 mana from Skull of Gul'dan, if you copy that with Philosophy, that Moa will also cost 0 mana. And so that quickly leads into how much ludicrous damage the combo can deal. But speaking of ludicrous amounts of damage, this board either has to be dealt with or Wuncler has to win right now, because every turn this Troublemaker's here is hitting him in the face for at least 14 damage. I don't know about you, but I don't think Wuncler can tank 14 damage that many more times.
Yeah, and there is this Alexstrada dealing 8 next turn too, so you have to find a way. So what is it?
Let's see. like the problem here for Wuncler is that he just doesn't have ult.
Oh, Wild Beam is...
Is that
Just
no? No, that's not enough. Surely, I don't think it's enough. Is it? Moog. Oh, he's gonna go for Throat Glaive here to clear the board. Yeah, because it doesn't matter if the echoed copies cost 1 mana. If you've got mana to spend, you've got mana to spend, and what better way to spend it than clearing the board?
Okay, nice way to deal with this board.
It's also delaying Alex a little bit too, because you don't really want to deal 8 damage to the Demon Hunter's face when they've got a Moog on the board and can just kill you with the combo next turn.
Okay. Is it? Yeah, I guess it's a Stone Maul En1gma here over the Wormhole Challenger. Do you prefer this claw machine?
Yep. One other thing we have to take note of now is that was once the second copy of I-Beam. Here's a real second copy of I-Beam. He's already used both copies of Illidari's studies. So his only source of damage for the combo right now is Fellscreen Blast. That's it. He has no other way to kill En1gma here with the combo. So it's not looking too good for Wuncler here. He needs to close this game out. If he keeps using gold pieces like this, he won't win the game.
Okay,
What does he do?
I don't know. He's thinking. And it's not that bad in this game.
So this is 10 damage on board right now for En1gma. Alex next turn will be lethal as long as this claw machine remains in play. But it does only have 3 health, so chances are pretty reasonable. It's not going to stick around for too long. But, once it's running out of answers to deal with it, he's out of I-Beams, so I don't know. I think we're going to have to Skull of Gul'dan here.
Okay, another non-discounted Skull of Gul'dan. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Okay, that will clear the claw machine. Though he doesn't necessarily have to clear claw machine this turn. He will be alive at 1 HP if he just clears the 2/1/1s. He doesn't have to clear claw machine here.
It's 8 and 8. Yeah. I'm thinking about what can it do with this Overload of Fang? Deal 1 mana to other minions? No.
Ooh, that also counts. That also counts because that will heal him for 2. So he will be at 19, and Alex will be 18 damage. That will be a one-off as well. Slightly more efficient than the method of using the Immolation Aura, because that also deals extra damage on the combo turn.
Yeah. Okay, so what will it be? Do you resurrect something with this Overload so far right now? I don't remember that Frenzy Minion has been played.
It can't resurrect anything because no Frenzy Minions have died yet this game.
Okay.
So instead, it looks like En1gma's just going to go ahead and just slam Alex, the Lifebinder, on the board, I'd imagine. And just get that 8 damage in. Because it is also a 10-10. Like,
Yeah.
10-10's nothing to sneeze at.
And it's a golden card, so you have to play it because it's.
Well, it's so shiny, it magnetizes itself to you or something.
Okay.
Looks like, yeah, just going full in on the board. That is not exactly what Wuncler was looking for. He only had 25% to hit Fellscreen Blast, but if he hit it, the game was over.
And it's almost the same because it's 110 on board instead of the 10-10. It's just a 0 missing.
My hunt goes
Maybe.
on.
Not a big. What is it here? Only 3 cards left. 3 cards versus 14 cards. You imagine how much this deck draw.
Yeah, it's a crazy amount of card draw, but the thing is that Wuncler was forced to burn so many of his combo pieces that he just ran out of damage. And he had to use the combo pieces too. It's not like he used them wastefully or anything. It's just that is how much pressure this warrior deck can put on the board. It is pretty crazy to think about. Now, will this clear the board? I believe I found this it will. Yeah, it will clear the board. And once... wait, no. No, because... Oh, wait. Oh my goodness, with the hero power, he actually stays alive at 1 HP from Alex. Oh my goodness. This is insane.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh. Maybe this one is better, the Troublemaker, yeah?
For this turn, yeah, because if En1gma has been paying attention, he knows there's still 2 copies of Orc Merchant, so like shrinking your board size won't do any good. Like at this point, your opponent only has 2 cards in deck. They literally are about to hit that last remaining cards. Like there's no room for patience here. The question is how much damage can be dealt here, right? So we've used double Arcanist, we've used double Philosophy and a Moarg, so he only has 1 Moarg left. So the amount of damage in Wuncler's hand, that's all the damage he has. So Felching Blast is 1 damage, 2, 3, 6 times 3 is 18. That means that, yeah, once it's done, he actually cannot win the game from this position anymore. He just can't deal the amount of damage he needs anymore.
Interesting move here from En1gma, healing himself instead of dealing 8 damage to Wuncler. Because now he knows, he assumed that there are not enough damage in Wuncler's end deck.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, once the calculated it too, and he's like, yeah, there's nothing I can do. And that means, finally, we will see decks other than OTK Hunter on the stage. I am a very happy boy right now.
Do you think it will be a Druid or Rogue? Maybe Rogue, because you don't like Rush with Token Druid?
I think Token Druid has a slightly better chance against Rogue. But we'll have to see. It looks like, yeah, it will be the Token Druid from Wuncler here against this Rush Menagerie Warrior from En1gma. And this matchup feels, I think it's very close. It really depends on how the opening, like, 3 or 4 turns go, I feel, more than anything.
Okay. So it's the Druid. And still the start with Pirate Leader into Rokara, like this. Do you keep the...
That sounds really appealing, doesn't it? I don't think you keep the other 2 cards, though, because you also want to hit Imprison Ganark. That is by far your best play on turn 1. And even ignoring that, you also want to hit Athletic Studies, because that'll make Rokara cost less mana and make the Prelude into Rokara turn much more effective.
Yeah, and you could play the same, the same turn with the bumper car on 3, discounted by 1. I know.
Speaking of which, there it is.
Yeah, bumper car is it's 2, not 1.
Yeah, but now like, oh my goodness, this is not looking good for Wuncler. This Formgrove Centuries is about to get demolished here by the Prelude into Bumper Car, and Wuncler, bless him, he's just got nothing. 2 innovates, 2 lightning blooms, and Soul of the Forest is not what you're looking for when you're staring down this much pressure. Not even a little bit. He has the hero power into the Braid Leader, and Rakaris is going to buff it back up.
You cannot train. You cannot train in Druid when you're playing with this portrait, the 3-1. You cannot.
You don't like this portrait, do you?
No, I don't. But it's maybe better that the other one. I don't know the word in English. Do you call a centaur?
Oh, Lunara.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It has to be deleted
she's
from
called
game.
she's called a Dryad, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, innovate, not today, maybe.
Ooh, these are not cards you're looking for as Token Druid, to be honest. I guess you take Feral Rage.
Yeah, I guess.
And maybe you have to... I think you kind of have to Lunar Eclipse on Rakara here, because Rakara's sticking is a very terrifying prospect.
Okay, and you can... Okay. Yeah, it's not the better start you can have with the deck. The best start you can have with the deck. And that's why I don't like this Token Druid that much, because you sometimes may have those kind of end, making just nothing. And
Yeah,
you
don't
die.
tell Fury Hunter you think that. Fury Hunter will religiously defend this deck. He loves Token Druid.
Okay.
But yeah, I will admit, when you draw a hand like this, oh my goodness, does the deck feel horrendous. There's just nothing that Wuncler can do here. And it wasn't really like in his control either. Like he mulliganed, I think, correctly. It's just not only did En1gma have like the nuttiest start you could have in this matchup, he also had just the worst hand in response to it. It's like you're between the rock and the hard place, and someone's just trying to shoot you while you're at it.
Do you Solar Eclipse into Feral Rage for 16 armor?
Do you win the game if you make that play? I don't think you do.
No, I prefer this
Then
one.
again, I don't think you win the game if you're making this play, but
Yeah.
you kind of have to do it anyway.
Okay, now Stage Dive is corrupted.
It is indeed, and Swordy is going to come out too, just to drive the final nails in the coffin.
Okay. In French, we have an English word for that kind of game. We say, c'est un stomp. It's a stomp. Is it a...
It's a stomp, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a very good way to describe this game, yes.
Okay, so it's 2-1 now for the Czech player.
No, Max. All I'm saying is that if you're on the bottom screen, you are just like 70% more favored to win.
Yeah, that's because of the gravity.
Yeah.
It's easier to go up like this, you know. And when you're up at the top of the screen, your life total just getting down. That's the law of the gravity. Maybe
Educational stream podcast.
maybe this joke is better in French.
It would probably be easier to understand in French, yes. My apologies. What I won't apologize for is that En1gma once again has a super good hand against the rope here. We got Ganog on one.
Yeah,
he's just gonna full keep his hand.
Okay. Yeah, you have a demon, you have a mech, then the 10 Trasher can be brought for 3. And then you have a Sword Eater too.
Though, with this Imprisoned Octobot, Efficient Octobot, it will change the dynamic a little bit, because now what En1gma can do is he doesn't even have to play minions. Why am I going to play minions when minions give his thing a buff? So what I'm going to do instead is, because Imprisoned Ganog is a demon, and will come out next turn for sure, I can then coin out 10 Trasher, and then because it's a 5/5 with Rush, I can then clear the Octobot, and the Frenzy will not proc, and I still have a 5/4, and a 2/2, and a War Axe on the board. Like, if that's not winning, I don't know what is.
There is a play here, but not that interesting, to Foxy Fraud, then Price Plunderer, but you only discount 3 cards in hand, and you don't get the correctly the combo from Foxy Fraud. So won't it be just hero power here?
Yeah, and it's not only that. If you're using the 2 Battlecry combo cards, you're also significantly hampering the impact the field concept will have later in the game. Like, this Tent Trasher preventing the buff from the Octobot is so huge.
Care to make a wager, friend?
And if that wasn't bad enough, because the Fiery War Axe is coming out this turn, that means En1gma can use it. He can use it to clear the Foxy Fraud. Like, this is about as good a situation for En1gma as you could possibly ask for, in my opinion.
Okay, do we like this bumper car into maybe the 3-2, then the 1-1 in the 3-2, and you deal with the 2-1 with your weapon?
Why not just use the weapon to clear the 3-2? Because then next turn, you still have your bumper car on the board. Your opponent has to deal with it. Like, we take 1 more damage to preserve our minion. That's like Hearthstone 101. Our life is a resource.
Okay. I like this one. Okay, yeah. Interesting, because you can have 2 bumper cars this way. No, it's not 2 bumper cars.
Yeah, it's not Playmaker. It's not Playmaker.
Quite the same. And do you did you spot that Parade Leader just brought the Wuncler weapon, the stick, or
the Ringmaster's baton? You mean? Yeah, it's a nice touch.
With
speaking of finishing touches, though, here's Kazakus making the finishing touches on a custom golem.
Maybe it's a 1 cost golem here, because there
I
is
believe
one,
he picked a 5 though, but yeah, one was definitely up for consideration for sure. So we're going to see stealth and either draw 2 cards or deal 3 damage to 2 enemy minions. That's a pretty good way to come back onto the board, especially if there's Brain Freeze as well.
Okay. This one is not that bad. So it will be did 3 damage to the 2 random enemy minions. Interesting, with stealth. Maybe you eat the 3/3, then Sword Eater, and eat face.
Ooh, gonna go for Tent Trasher and hit the weapon in. Okay. Just get that mana discount on it while it's still available, and the Tent Trasher won't be cleared by the Golem. It will live. Oh, and there's another Stonewall Anchorman off the top here for En1gma.
Do you? No, you cannot protect your Rokara with Taunt.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't have enough mana for that, unfortunately. Just gonna go for Rokara, and oh my goodness, that is a huge pickup here for Wuncler. Because now what Wuncler can do is he can trade into either the Rokara or the bumper car, and then go field contact, 10 with the red smoke, return the golem to the hand, and then replay it, and that will reset the golem. It will clear the board. It draws you at least 2 cards from the field contact, and has put multiple threats on the board which have to be cleared. Like, that is such a huge draw.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Okay. Yeah, really nice listing on this Grit Golem.
And you
Oh.
wanted to pick a 1-cost
This one is
golem.
not that bad. Okay, you just play. Have you played more than one card here?
They played 2 cards
okay.
previously this turn, so
Choose
you can
Okay.
use it though because it will draw Wuncler an extra card, and at this point cards are what Wuncler is looking for, because obviously he's running out. He is running out of cards. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Okay. I was wondering why not Greater Golem first, just to deal with Price Plunderer, but okay.
Yeah. So Fly's Plunderer doesn't hit your own minions,
Yeah.
because that would be bad.
Okay. You don't
Speaking of bad, these options from Athletic Studies aren't that
Yeah.
great, unfortunately. And quite a few of these minions do have to be dealt with this turn as well. Like, you definitely
It's a
can't let
boot.
field context stick around,
Oh.
that's for sure.
Okay. And is the stick around a joke on Broomstick? Maybe?
That was unintentional, but thank you for letting me know about that one.
The French
See,
way.
you're learning. You're learning from my awful sense of humor, Max. I'm so proud of you. But yes, that was completely
Okay.
unintentional.
But so good. Okay, you deal with us 2-1. Oh, with
Yes,
this one? Maybe.
just clear the board as much as possible. And fortunately for En1gma, these 2 pirates are going to give him at least 2 more cards at some point later in the game. And without Tim with the red smoke, a lot of Wuncler's damage potential has been cut off.
Okay.
Ooh, these? Oh, I was
Okay,
about to say.
Okay, yeah. The same here. Okay,
Yeah,
this
but
one
those
is
cards
not
weren't
that
looking
bad.
that great. And then Jandis turned up.
Okay, but do you...
Oh my goodness! Burning Blade Acolyte from Jandis!
Do you Shadow Step Jandis or the Greater
No,
Golem? Maybe the Greater Golem.
Of course you Shadow
would
Step
be-
Jandis, because then you get 2 more 5-drops next turn, but...
Yeah, but
Oh my
I
goodness. So,
like deal 3 to 2 random enemies. One more time.
yeah, but Jandis on average is going to be better. But anyway, this Burning Blade Acolyte, for those who are not aware of why En1gma just conceded, like, you see it's a 5-mana 1/1, but it holds a bit of a secret. Its Death Rattle reads that it summons a 5/8 demon god with Taunt. So effectively, En1gma had, like, what's that, no downside with that Jandis Barrow. It summoned a 5/5 and a 5/8 with Taunt. That was not fair.
So we end now with Rogue Mirror, and I guess it's exactly the same list. Oh no, there is which one? Penflinger in En1gma's Rogue.
Yeah, in En1gma's list instead of the second copy of Guardian Orc Merchant. And that's it. That's the only difference between these lists.
Yeah.
So, on the topic of the mulligan here, I do like the field contact, but it is a little bit greedy. What do we think Wuncler's going to keep? Is he going to keep any of this, or is he going to throw it all back?
I don't like right now field contact. I guess we keep Foxy Fraud and Cult Neophyte. No, your next combo card. Okay, but I keep the 2 left ones. Oh, okay, not like this. Maybe.
Ooh, we're being very...
Ooh,
Oh my...
Okay.
Okay, Falsy Fraud just became very, very good for En1gma there with that swindle.
Yes.
Now, he may go for it on turn 1, but it looks like he's going to hold his resources back for a little while. Ooh, but that Cold Neophyte is going to block off that possibility. But it will make Brain Freeze playable, so, you know, swings around roundabouts.
Okay,
This-
interesting.
This could actually lead into a very interesting turn 3 here for En1gma, because what En1gma can do is he can go field contact, shadow step the the Foxy Fraud, replay it, draw a card, and then Swindle will then cost 0 mana. So then you can then play Swindle, and then you draw 3 extra cards. So you draw 4 cards that turn. That's a big deal.
Didn't you like here Foxy Fraud into Vanessa Van Cleef into Prize Plunderer?
Well, what would you... I mean, you wouldn't need to Prize Plunder because you could Brain Freeze, but that was definitely a decent alternative. I think Wuncler may just have been worried about, like, running his... Oh my... This man is drawing too many cards. He's drawing too many cards, man.
Who needs Skull of Gul'dan?
Who needs Skull of Gul'dan when you can just play it for 2 mana? Oh. Max, I just watched a robbery take place. No. This turn was not fair. This turn was illegal.
Prize Plunderer dealt 18 damage.
It dealt 8 damage to Mangra. It killed him twice over. What?
Okay.
Oh, I need a shower. I need a shower after that turn. Oh my goodness.
And is now full with another field contact.
Yeah, for later on in the game, and
it's a pity that Nomi is not...
has to deal with the field contact that's on the board right now as well. So he has to play at least 2 cards this turn.
Do you remember the time when we had Nomi in Rogue List?
What, where you just like power cycle to the end of your deck and then just drop like 3 Nomis?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and we could use him with this kind of deck. It's interesting to have this kind of deck that draw, and get rid of this on card to get bonus win thanks to it. Okay, pass number 1, 2.
I mean, it's a decent board recovery turn, but it is costing En1gma. No. This is not fair. This is not fair. That Autobot is way too good here. You can even use the Wicked Stab here to guarantee that the Autobot gets rocked. And
I was thinking about that.
It is very tempting because you know that Wicked Stab rank 2 is going to be up next turn, and that will clear the Autobot in 1 hit. I think you do it because this hand is so good. You get 2 mana field contact and 2 0 mana 1 thieves.
Yeah.
Oh my, this is not fair.
And you have the discount of Alex Straza, then
and Tenwu
as well.
And Tenwu, yeah. Wow.
Okay, now on 10 you deal 16.
I don't think he'll play the second one. En1gma, I don't think he'll play the second one. It is like to get the card for next turn.
Yeah.
And to contest the board briefly, but like it's just
not the same one here.
Yeah. Like the field contact from Wuncler and the field contact from En1gma are like on different planets on how good they are right now.
Interesting to see how the draw can be very different and lead to a different kind of game, even in mirrors.
I mean, En1gma just drew extraordinarily well this game. Like, there's no getting around that. So yeah, I think En1gma will probably just secret passage now. Maybe we'll see a Neophyte, but I doubt it. He just wants to draw more cards. He's looking for Prize Plunder in particular. If he gets that, the game is just over.
Okay.
Yeah, he's probably just gonna... Okay. Yeah, he's just playing it to get it out of his hands so that when he goes for the passage, he's more likely to overdraw.
Yeah, interesting.
Penflinger. Kazakus.
The one.
Oh my god, did he... Oh my...
Oh. And is dealing
The game's
4
over.
at least?
Yeah,
Oh, 7.
Yeah, the game is. Yeah, the game is actually over, man. It's like, what does Wuncler do?
He can mill himself, maybe.
He's not even milling himself. He's at 9 cards in hand. But
22 cards in Wuncler's
yeah, there's
deck.
22
and
cards on one
and
side, 5 in the other.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. Only 17 more. Not that much.
I
Okay,
feel
so
so
now-
bad for Wuncler, man. He did not deserve this.
We have the best Gendis Barov in the world right now, but is thinking about dealing with... no, you don't want to deal with this field contact. If you want to draw, draw. Now you're just 5 cards left in hand.
It's quiet.
I mean, the thing is, right, is that Wuncler has to advance his own game plan. That is not what you're looking for right now.
No.
That does nothing.
Okay. I have nothing in there. 6, 7, 8. And we out on turn 5 before this one. Turn
Oh.
5. Okay. and
Oh,
the
second
Penflinger.
Octobot as well. Okay.
Okay.
The thing is, as well, is that En1gma can trade this field contact in whenever he wants.
I could have Van Cliff into efficient Octobot number 2. Into
Well, number
Penflinger?
3, you mean?
Yes, but it's this one. Okay.
Just gonna go for
and then-
Penflinger here.
Okay.
Still no Mankrik drawn. I imagine we're probably gonna see the field contact trade into the Orc Merchant here.
Oh. Is the back in and oh maybe Mankrik?
Yeah, you don't want to draw a card here. At least I don't think you want to draw a card here. Because then you risk overdrawing Mankrik's wife. The only way I can see it is if you trade the Foxy Fraud in first.
Hmm.
Which appears to be what's going to happen. Either way, I don't think you really care. I don't think you
Yeah.
need to go for
Yeah,
it this
I get-
turn. Yeah.
Can get a slot on the board by bringing back Penflinger and
Oh, it's going to bounce Mankrik as well, because yeah, he's solo on cards. He doesn't need to get you with Alex. He'll just get you with Mankrik's wife.
okay. The wife is as usual late. If you're married,
It's
you
so
know what
late,
I
it's the
mean.
last card.
If you're married, you know what I mean.
What makes something real?
But this one is dead, so we cannot. Okay, it's interesting. This Frost Whisper here.
It's not going to do that much, though, unfortunately. Like, you can hit a dagger into one, but Orc Magic deals more damage and gives the target Divine Shield, so it doesn't finish the game up, and once it's just going to pack it up.
That's it. We have 3-2 for En1gma, trying to get the guys on interview. Okay, so En1gma here. GG. May we have a little interview on Discord? Just keep your camera on, please. Okay, and we have Wuncler at the bottom because he has a W.
Well,
Yes.
he may have a W, but he definitely took the L in that match just now.
Yes. Thanks for the games. A little interview on Discord. Okay, I'm hiding the guys in the conversation right now. Okay, I'm gonna do like this and like this and this one. So En1gma, is it a friend of mine? Yes. And we have Wuncler as well. I have many friends. I like this. Did
Well,
you...
I think if they knew what you liked playing in Magic and Hearthstone, they may not be so quick to be friends with you, but that is a story for another time.
Okay. Okay, adding them, that's it. That's it. Okay. Okay, they are coming right now.
Yeah, let's give it a moment.
The network in Czech Republic and Hungary is not the same that in France and UK, I guess. And they are more far than us. So okay, so they didn't they didn't reach they didn't reach it. What is it?
They didn't reach it in time, but yeah, I'm sure they'll be back.
Okay, I've called you.
See, there we go. We've got Wuncler in the call. Now we're just waiting for En1gma.
Okay, well, yes, Wuncler.
Can you hear us?
Do you hear us, Wuncler?
I hear you.
Okay, okay. So just what? First question: is it Wuncler or Wuncler? How do you pronounce it?
Well, everybody calls me Wuncler, so
Wuncler.
it's
Okay.
Wuncler.
Okay.
Oh, and there's
Fine.
En1gma.
And we're En1gma. Do you hear us, guy?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, fine. Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you for the games, guys, and GG. It was very interesting to have, first of all, this OTK Demon Hunter mirror. We saw many OTK Demon Hunters this evening, and many Skull of Goodance on 6, on 5. But we saw something interesting. It was the Skull of Goodance from the middle of the end to draw as fast as possible. Do you think Wuncler was the best way to deal with this mirror matchup to draw as fast as possible?
I don't remember very well, but when I used the school without the outcast, I thought that I'm completely dead, and I have a maximum of 1 turns to win, and
Yeah.
I played for that.
Okay. Okay, and on your side, En1gma, do you think that or do you feel about the last game and this end has been refilled at turn 4, I guess, with 10 count in ends, and I think I guess there was 17 cards difference in the draw for you. How do you feel about
what
this
Max is basically asking you is, how do you feel having committed a robbery live on stream, En1gma? How do you feel?
I feel kind of disgusted. Yeah,
That's exactly how you should feel, because that's my reaction when I saw it. I
I was
felt
like,
so bad for you once. I'm so sorry.
at one point, I looked at my deck and I was like, "What? I have like 3 cards in my deck," and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I guess."
And it's turn 6. Yeah, it's like, okay, dude.
Yeah, that was absolutely disgusting. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it happens, but
Yeah.
I'm just glad it happened to me.
And on the opposite, Wuncler, we saw that you didn't draw that well with your druid, with those 4/0 mana card in hand, and this Spirit of the Forest, don't know the Soul of the Forest in hand as well, and nothing left to play. What do you feel about this this token druid? Do you think that this kind of game occur often, or is it readable?
I might have made a mistake by throwing back the nature studies at the start of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, but it looked like that I was so bad with the Demon Hunter that I I got punished by the draw RNG in the last two games.
Okay. I will put the score on Battle 5. In the meantime, if you have further questions, Paradox, don't hesitate.
Sure.
And-
So we asked PocketTrain and OrcMalade in the last round what they're most looking forward to from the new expansion reveals. So I want you guys to state, what are you most looking forward to from what you've seen so far from now I need to remember what the set is called. Something to Stormwood. I'm professional, I promise. United in Stormwood, there we go. I didn't have to look that up.
So guys, how do you feel about this new expansion that has been just announced? Are you waiting for something fancy, something really new in the gameplay, or you're just glad to have a new expansion?
Are you looking
just like
forward
this?
to not banning Priest every round?
So
Yes,
should I
but
start or? Okay, yeah, go on, go on.
I don't think that an expansion solves the priest problem. Other classes might get powerful cards, but priest remains almost the same, I think.
Okay. So is it a problem for you, the priest right now? We see many players complaining about it on Twitter nowadays. Wuncler, what do you
I
think about
think
that?
I think it's a bit overreacted, but priest is definitely a problem. And personally, I don't even like to play as priest, and I'm very happy that it got banned in every match so far.
Okay. Every priest has been banned tonight in the two confrontations. Okay, and it's very sad for us because we love priest here. Okay. So now, anyway, you're 3-1 in this Max Open Cup 7. Next round will start on Sunday. Maybe you can tell us if you plan to include the new legendary card we just got from the new expansion in one of your deck, maybe?
Yeah, I thought about it, even preparing for the Masters Tour qualifiers this week. But I just think it's kind of too slow. Like the only real option I think is the in one turn you get a 2/2, and I still don't think that's even that good, because if you want healing, then healing you want pretty much against aggro, and 3 turns is a lot to wait, and waiting 5 turns for an effect that deals 12
Yeah.
damage, I mean, that's okay, but it's just way too slow. I don't think the card's viable.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Let's vote maybe Paradox.
What about Flight Master Dunga?
About everything you want for this interview. Do you want to add something?
Such an open question, Max. I mean, like, as avid readers of the Hearthstone MTQ Met Report know, it's going to be very slow for any new thing to be introduced into the qualifier meta anyway, especially when, as my Hungarian friend here put it so aptly, everyone hates Priest and everyone will ban it. So I think we're going to be waiting a little while before we see that new card scene play. But it could have potential. I'm not going to write that off quite yet.
Yeah, we'll give it a try. It reminds me the new 3-3-1, which is dormant and brings either cards in end. I don't remember the name. It's quite an effect that you have to
Adventurers?
wait. Yeah, you have to wait many turns before getting something that is a nice deal. But we have to try the card. Okay, guys, thank you for the games, and see you next week for this 5th round of the Max Open Cup 7.
Okay, bye guys.
See you.
See you later.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming
Bye.
on, boys.
Okay, just eating here. Okay, I'm calling you back on the other conversation, Paradox. See you.
Yeah.
Okay. Here I am calling back Paradox here. Okay, so we didn't have a Paradox on cam because I have an issue with Discord. I don't know why. I cannot see him on my Windows client Discord, but I can see him on my web client. I don't know. I don't know why.
It's fine. I'm sure everyone can appreciate my disembodied voice and how wonderfully witty I am on the camera. Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so yeah, thanks. And next week, so we have two broadcasts of the Max Open Cup around 5. One with Cool Kid on Monday, not Tuesday as usual, and one not on Wednesday like it's written on the planning, but on Thursday it will be me and another beautiful co-caster. Thank you guys. We don't have yet the matches because the round will be created on Sunday morning, and I cannot cheat to make the match.
Are you telling me you haven't invented time travel yet, Max?
No, not yet. But the both of us, are 10 minutes in the future. In the viewer's perspective. Then we are the Doc and Marty in Back to the Future. Both of us. Do you want to be Doc or Marty McFly?
Well, I think you are by far out of the two of us the older gentleman, so I guess I have to be Marty McFly. Just to respect my elders, you know.
No, that's okay.
You'll take me on an adventure, Max.
Okay, but I have not this kind of hair, but that's right. Okay, thank you for having been here, Paradox, with me. It was very nice, and I hope next time we'll have another cast.
Yeah, I hope so too. Thank you for having me again.
Good, and thank you guys for having been here with us on chat, and see you on Monday with two new matches for this Max Open Cup. See you.